We have a grab bag of alcohol today, so forgive us. We're cleaning out the shelves. So we all have our own little cups. We got, what was that?
Maker's Mark?
Oh, yeah, that was some Maker's Mark. We got some Tito's. We got some other stuff.
Hey, congratulations. We just went live on YouTube. It took me a second.
Oh, and welcome YouTube viewers to our live IDoctor After Hours show, where we talk tech.
We talk about technology.
Yeah, pretty much in everything, how it affects the world and how
Technology, is that about like knowing tech? Because it's technology?
It's the ology of tech. So it's the science of tech, the knowledge of it, knowledge of technology, which is...
We're going to define more things for you tonight on IDoctor After Hours.
We got the...
Did the intro roll?
Did the intro roll?
Did the intro roll?
Oh, we're gonna assume that it did.
This is an excellent start.
Everything
to
falls
the show.
apart when
All
Asher's not here.
I know. It was like he's like the pin we lost. Oh, by the way, speaking of pin, the fire extinguisher. If you have to ever use a fire extinguisher,
You ruin it.
It is locked in there with a nylon pin. The pin is also locked in there.
You didn't take the pin out, right? Did you?
I got it out. Don't you worry.
Kyle
about
blew
that.
up a phone today. So did Chase. It was good
We
stuff.
were 2 for 2 today. It was an excellent day. So today's show, Chase, what is our first train here? I'm keeping my phone as the reference monitor here. So what was the first story?
Our first
I believe it was
story is-
Apple. It was
No. Amazon will give away free games every month with Twitch Prime. Take it away, Patrick.
Yeah,
Twitch
so
Prime.
Twitch.tv is the web service that I've used to broadcast my podcast, and what the Overwatch League is broadcast. It's the online streaming platform.
It's
that is.
this,
It's huge.
but with gaming.
Yep. It has more concurrent viewers every night than CNN or MSNBC.
Fake news.
No, that's actually real news.
My bad.
the news that it's getting more news than the fake news. Yes.
Yes.
So Amazon.
It is more real too. 'Cause
And
it's real
we-
people.
We've talked about this before, but about a year ago, Amazon bought Twitch, and everybody was like, "Whoa, this isn't going to be." All the Twitch viewers and streamers were wondering if this is going to be good.
Freaking their dicks off.
Well, this has evolved
Freaking their dicks off.
really nicely. So now you can have Twitch Prime if you are a Amazon Prime member, or you can get Amazon Prime by subscribing to Twitch Prime. Either they're the same
All
thing.
in one service.
All in one package.
That's
and
pretty
what
cool.
this means for Twitch users is that you can be subscribed to as a Twitch streamer. Basically, someone's
Right, so
subscribing
they follow
$5
you.
a month to you.
Oh,
That's what a sub is on Twitch. Is $5 to subscribe to that person. You get ad-free content plus bonus
That's
content
what
to the
those
subscribers.
ads are.
So you can also, with Twitch Prime, you get a Prime sub. So it's a free sub that Amazon gives you that you can Prime sub to your favorite streamer. So it's a free sub for the user, which is cool. And now they're also handing out free games every month, which is a pretty big deal.
That's crazy. So, okay, I was just home for the weekend, and I was playing some video games.
And home is where?
Scobie,
heart is.
Montana. That's true. Where the heart is. God, this guy's quick. So, no, I was playing some video games all over the place. Anywhere from, we were playing anything from the Switch to the PlayStation 4. Although I did play on the PlayStation 4
You were
Pro.
playing a Switch?
Yes, I was very impressed with Breath of the Wild. It was very excellent. I don't like cell shading too much, and I thought the inventory system where you could break weapons was odd. And your scavenger link. So the only way you can get food is by scavenging food.
Yeah.
It's a very bizarre. I mean, it's good. It's the way Zelda games work. It's just completely different. But my point is, playing
PS4,
the new
you were saying.
systems out there. It's just. It really fragments what games people are playing. Like, I wanted to play Street Fighter 4, and now or Street Fighter 5, I want to buy that game, but most people tell me to buy it and play it on Steam and on the computer, whereas other people are now, I mean, I love the PlayStation 4 controllers. I mean, people are complaining about the Xbox One, but you can't really beat the fact that Microsoft is integrated into Windows. I mean, what's your opinion on stuff like that? Like, on Twitch, what are people usually using?
PC.
PC?
Usually PC, yeah.
So when they give their games away, they're going to be Steam games?
I believe so, but it might be a case where you can redeem it for Xbox or for
That
PlayStation.
would be
Because I've
sick.
seen a couple games that allow you to pick your code, Steam, PS4, or Xbox Live. So
Oh, yeah, they probably don't give a shit.
No, so I think it'll just depend on the game. Some games are PC exclusives.
Interesting.
And you're not going to be, I don't think you'll be getting brand new games for like $60 brand new like games,
Well,
but
No, but I mean households like myself where we have like, my wife likes to play like Hill Climb and stuff, games like that where you're like, oh yeah, you get Red Ball for free. It's normally $1.99 or something.
And another cool thing, I mean, like, so an Overwatch player like myself, if I'm watching Twitch, if I'm watching the Overwatch League, I get in-game points just for watching the Twitch stream, which is pretty cool integration there.
Okay, so you get $5 per sub.
Yeah.
You get $5
No,
per sub.
the streamer, the person streaming gets $5. Well, would probably get like $3 or something.
Wow, that's a significant number because I just
so
it's
you
just funny
see
that
like
you
a
say
Twitch
that.
streamer has like 15,000 subs, like you start doing the math, like, holy shit,
So
this
they're
guy
living
makes
off
a
it.
lot of money. Yeah.
Okay, so that was so the angry video game nerd, the guy I was been watching or whatever, the guy who started out as like his producer now is like has a huge following on Twitch and YouTube Live and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, man, I know YouTube pays, but I've never understood the pay scale. But if they're clearly saying like it's $5, it's this user's getting a reasonable amount of that. That's good for them, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So like YouTube subscriptions don't work that way at all. You don't get money for YouTube subscriptions.
No.
Yeah, you're directly getting $5 from a viewer for a
That's
subscription
excellent.
in Twitch,
That is
and
excellent.
Twitch encourages
IDoctor After
donations.
Hours now available on Twitch.
We should become Twitch partners. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll add that to this live stream. We've got gigabit internet here.
Hey,
We can do it.
Speaking of the Overwatch League, I saw you were live tweeting all that stuff.
There's a lot of drama going on
What
there.
was going on, by the way?
They ended up banning one of their best players. He's my favorite player on their team, on the Dallas Fuels team.
Who banned him?
The Overwatch League. The league did based on
Is
what
it their
they
first ban?
No, it's a second ban for what the community called racist, which was like it was crazy. And now, as of last night, he is officially removed from the team. And I'm just like, I don't even know if I care about the Overwatch League anymore. That's kind of crazy.
Man, get the SJWs out of competition.
Seriously,
You know what?
I've been insulting people's mothers since Halo 2. Am I gonna get banned for that?
Right. I mean, could you? What about? I mean, are they just getting to the point where they don't do any audio? I mean, they might as well just do that.
He got banned for something he said on Twitter. It wasn't even during like a game.
He got banned for a social media tweet.
Yep. They're trying to treat gamers like NFL players, and it's like,
What's his name?
Felix Langline, or his in-game name was XQC.
And are you looking at the tweet?
It's actually behind you. I got the story up.
Oh,
behind
is
you.
it racist?
The inaugural.
He was spreading a meme, which was, I guess,
He wasn't even.
which was inherently racist, but the way he said, like,
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, but like when you get to the point where it's like you retweeted or liked, like if we're
Now, here's
if we're
why he got
calling
banned.
retweets, if we're calling retweets support for something, then people are going to go back and find out what you like, and those little hearts.
We're
are
going to
gonna
clear
mean
it up.
something.
What he got banned for? His second suspension came last week after he repeatedly used an emote in a racially disparaging manner on the league's stream
Tryhard 7, yeah.
and on social media, and used disparaging language against Overwatch League casters and fellow players on social media.
See, yeah, after the casters, the guys who are talking over the game, telling you what's going on, they were making fun of his team. He said they were trash. He's like, this casting is trash. And they're like, oh, yeah. So it's this big back and forth.
I'm
This
sorry,
stupid
people,
drama
but
in
don't you
video
understand
games.
that there are? I know people have feelings. Hey, Asher.
Hi,
Welcome
Asher.
to the live stream. Asher, I don't know if you've been listening, but we are going to become an Amazon Prime. Or
Twitch Prime.
Twitch Prime. And because of just the way the show rankings work, I'm going to get $2, and everybody else is going to get
50 cents.
50 cents. But still encouraging.
Per sub. I mean, we could end up at 20,000 subs, and that's a decent cut for
Right,
it.
exactly. Lord knows I'm going to blow all my money anyways first. Hey, where are you at?
I am in Glasgow, Montana today.
Sick. How's the weather?
The weather has been pretty good. It's a little colder up here than Billings.
More importantly, how's the
I got
internet?
my truck stuck into a dirt snowdrift in the dirt road in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
So that was lovely.
How long did that take you to get out?
With the trailer, just 2.5 hours.
Excellent job. Very good.
Yeah.
That's one of the IDoctor slow claps. Good job.
Right.
So about as long as it took us to change Patrick's tire last week.
Hey, we're not talking about that anymore. Speaking of tires, can I give a local business shout out? Not even a local business, but shout out to Costco tires. I took it in the next day. I just got the new tire. I had to get the whole tire replaced. It was totally destroyed. Got the new tire today. They charged me $1. $1
Processing fee.
Shout out to
Hey,
Costco
good job,
tires there.
Costco.
Okay.
Asher, can people see Asher? I mean,
He's holding it up to the chase cam, so I would imagine.
is it like?
Yeah, no, they
We're
can
good to-
see him and hear him.
So this is.
He's on the show in a very strange
You know
way.
what you could do? You could use your mirror and mirror the cam like Asher did with his. You know, when he.
Yeah, that's
with
not
the
gonna
frame up?
happen. I need Asher to set it up, and then we'll do it.
I meant to set this up before I knew I was going on the road, and I meant to like get the live stream going. But so it's my
You're a terrible
fault.
person. Because you're a terrible person. All right, next subject. Next subject. Now that we can see Asher, it's confirmed. That's excellent. Next story.
Next story, are we going to do the indie game story, Chase?
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
are.
So, indie games.
Today's theme is actually games, people.
It is. It's kind of
Retroactively.
We'll move past gaming, but Chase
fine,
found
we'll
an
talk
interesting article about the top 20 indie games right now, and it's pretty related. I mean, because these are the kind of games that you'll be getting for free from Twitch Prime, for example.
Right.
If you're wondering what indie games are, you have your big
Games from India.
Games from India. You have your big game
Indiana.
studios, your AAA, your Activision, your Electronic Arts.
People
your,
don't know what AAA and so explain what a
like Call of Duty is a AAA game. It's a game that comes from a big publisher. It comes out every single year. It's got a lot of money behind it with 200 people making the game. An indie game could be a game made by one person or up to less than 100 people typically is an indie game.
That makes
with
sense.
either crowdfunding or just very low funding to make the game. That is an independent game because doesn't have a publisher.
Right.
So Chase found a pretty good article rounding up the top 20 right now, and I'm trying to organize this in a way so it shows me what the top 5 are, but it never does that.
That's okay.
Tacoma
I was trying to like,
Fire.
comment, and share on our page.
Probably one of the best ones I would say on here is Darkest Dungeon. If you've never heard of Darkest Dungeon, it's this game where made by 5 people, where you go into this dungeon and it's this turn-based combat where you get your whole squad together. You make your squad, and people can die, and there's permanent death. So if you lose somebody, then you've been with them for like 10 hours of gameplay, then you're like, oh no, Jeffrey.
You get emotionally invested in it.
Yeah, it's a really good game. It's got like 50 hours worth of gameplay.
What kind of game is it though?
It's like a side-scrolling, turn-based combat.
Turn-based.
Yeah, so
Excellent.
you make a move, then the enemy makes a move. It's a good one.
Hey, Asher, what do you think?
I think I couldn't pay attention close enough, but I love indie games. I want to support them fully. So I just hate turn-based games.
What?
So,
But then you know when it's your turn.
so
All right, thanks, Asher. You're on timeout.
I do have the best one on this list. I found the best one. It's called Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. It's a $30 game, which you will find.
Balls
Indie
for
games.
An indie game.
Indie games are usually cheap. I mean, $30, but that's
Is that Indian money? Those are rubles.
You're right, 30
Those are
rubles.
rupees.
It's
That'd
an
be
amazing
Russian.
looking game. Probably the best graphical game from last year is this indie game. And it's a game about schizophrenia. You play as this girl in this medieval when Skyrim was real. You play,
Middle Earth.
yeah. It's kind of Nordish mythology, right? And you play as a girl with schizophrenia, and you're supposed to play the game with headphones on. And when you do, it makes you feel like you're hearing voices the whole time you're playing the game. It's so freaky
What?
and terrifying, and I just can't recommend it enough. Indie games, they're awesome.
Yeah, some of the games that have really good sound effects in them, like that are part of them, that can really make a huge difference.
Yeah, and that really does it for you. If you're not wearing headphones, it wouldn't be the same. But
Right.
headphones, it just gets you that you have voices in your head, and it's totally distracting you from the game.
Yeah, that Friday the 13th game, you need the sound on because you need it for
The
Jason.
game is terrifying.
Yeah, I know.
But I could talk about video games for hours, and this isn't a video game podcast. If you want a video game podcast, check out Geeks of Azeroth.
Where should we go to?
Geeks of Azeroth.
Geeks of Azeroth. What's
Geeks
that?
of Azeroth. It's my gaming podcast. We talk about Blizzard games. We actually took the week off because there's like nothing to talk about. But
Except for the guy who
We
got
did
banned.
just 3 stories
I know.
right off the top
I
of the
know.
show.
Except for the
and
guy
there's
who got
nothing to
banned from
talk about.
Overwatch.
yeah, I know that we're going to be talking about that next weekend.
What a racist. He was terrible. He liked something on Reddit, I heard.
Yeah.
He retweeted something mean that Donald Trump retweeted. What an asshole.
But anyway, yeah, you can check out Geeks of Azeroth on iTunes, Stitcher, Twitch TV/Geeks of Azeroth. We're all over the place. Check us out every Sunday.
Hey, how do you feel about Donald Trump bringing up the whole video games are bad?
Don't. Let's.
I thought that would get you. I thought that would really. I
Don't.
thought that would.
That is
get
the
you.
most uneducated argument I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, I love it. I can feel the radiation from him. Oh, he was just burned up right now. Excellent. Asher,
Yes.
next story.
All right. So the next story is a story about tech, and but we're gonna take the political angle. So Rex Tillerson got fired today.
Right. No, actually, I can convert this. Okay, so Tim Cook was in Washington this week, and I believe it was even today. Tim Cook is the head of Apple, and Apple recently went from
This still isn't the correct order, but I think we should just skip the Xbox story. We've talked about
Yeah.
gaming for too
Yeah,
long.
Apple went from being one of the #1 top trusted companies in America. Apparently, it's this poll out there that's put out by The Hill, I think, and it's a ranking of how companies. Customers feel about their companies, whether they trust them, whether they think they're innovative, and all this stuff. And Apple went down from 5 all the way down to 29. And if you look at the article, and Chase is going to post it, it has all the different subcategories. Don't you post it on the Facebook page?
With what?
Chase,
Well, eventually.
hello.
Just the link. Okay, whatever.
What?
If you're looking for it, it's on 9 to 5 Mac. It goes in to say how Apple's rankings fell so bad, and to which I was like, well, duh. And Google fell as well. Of course they fell. They're crappy. They're terrible with customer service.
And we're
8 to 28 for Google.
8 to 28. Yeah. So that's down. But guess who was up? Elon Musk and Tesla. It was due to the things like the Boring Company.
Yeah.
People thought that was hilarious.
Flamethrower.
The flamethrower, and these Teslas are, even though they're not super great right now, people are like, at least he's trying and putting his money where his mouth is. And then SpaceX.
And things like Google and
SpaceX
Apple,
is the
like
big one.
There's been bad stuff coming out about these companies, like Apple still fighting people's right to repair their devices, or Google clearly discriminating against hiring white or Asian guys.
Right,
So like that kind of stuff keeps coming out about these companies. Of course they're gonna-
He's making sign language.
Ash-
He has something to say.
Asher
What?
has something to say.
What?
Facebook rose to number 51.
What a joke. Here's the thing. This list is pretty comprehensive, and it does have a bunch of like metrics that people are have to express. They take a lot of customer surveys.
In my whiskey.
Yeah, that's the poison I put in there.
Oh.
Did you know you can poison somebody by dissolving a pack of cigarettes in some alcohol and then having them drink that? The nicotine? Anyways, so
try it.
yeah, this list is compiled of a bunch of
gonna
metrics from
remember that,
customer data,
Patrick.
everything like that. And
Fake
it
news?
just shows that, when companies like Apple or Google all they're doing is putting out incremental things every year and just following each other's tails, it really shows that customers are getting bored with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely bored with it. I mean, nobody's excited for the next new phone. Nobody's excited for the next
Like,
new.
I feel
even
like-
the HomePod was a terrible thing to put out.
Like, look at the S9.
Shelve it.
Look at the S9. Like, it's already just getting like everyone's reaction is the okay.
Everybody's exactly. And the HomePod, I mean, they look worse for putting the HomePod out. Frankly, I mean,
Oh yeah. That
the fact that it only works with your iPhone, like, who needs a personal?
it's a great speaker if you use iPhone, MacBook, every Apple Pay, like Apple only. Sure,
And you
get the
have
home
one
pad.
tiny small room by yourself.
Yep. or a Roomba.
Thank you. Perfect. Exactly. Perfect example. It's a great product for some people. I don't know. Innovation. I don't know. Facebook rose 50 points, Asher. Okay,
Yeah,
so
they were way off the list, man.
how?
Let me find out real quick.
I mean, can you think of name some positive things in the last year that Facebook has done, or anything that Facebook has done?
They admitted that they let Russian trolls release advertisement on their site.
Yeah, I can't even.
They continued letting Instagram kind of be its own thing.
When I think of Facebook, I think of stale bread. Like, I think of, it's boring.
Yeah.
Oh, the one thing they did do that's terrible is they put ads now in the Facebook Messenger app.
Not in the light. Not in the
Not
light.
in the light. One of my friends got banned from Facebook Messenger for a week for sending a
dick pic?
racist picture to his brother in a private message. They're scanning private messages, and because it was a picture that had been marked as inappropriate, so basically don't send nudes over Messenger anymore. Yeah, he got banned for almost a week.
I literally only use Messenger to talk to you guys in our group chat anymore.
What else do you use? Just out of curiosity.
Just texting or Twitter.
Yeah, texting is the way to go. What?
Or Snapchat. I've finally gotten into the Snapchat thing.
What?
What do you got? You're all like doing
Why are
this
you
weird
whispering?
like.
What are you whispering? Asher, go ahead.
So the Weinstein Company made its debut at 99th out of 100 on the list.
Who?
The Weinstein Company?
Yes. They made the list though.
Yeah.
Who's 100?
Who's not on the list? Is Domino's Pizza on the list?
Is IDoctor on the list?
Is Walmart on the list?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
I have to find the whole list.
Is KB Commercial Products on the list?
They're
Okay,
not-
while
they're not-
Asher's working on that, that's interesting.
Number 1's Amazon. Number 2 is Wegmans. Number 3 is Tesla. 4 is Chick-fil-A. Number 5 is the Walt Disney Company.
Why
Then
is
Head
Chick-fil-A
Grocery.
number 4?
Because every customer only shops there to make a political and religious stance, so they all fill out those customer service cards because they're pro-life. That's true.
Patagonia is number 9.
Hey, I'm wearing Patagonia pants.
You know what's surprising really quick? Is
I don't even
that
know what
in the top
Patagonia
10,
is.
It's a company.
4 of them
make pants,
are
okay.
grocery stores.
4 are grocery stores. They find that unentertaining. Give us new stats.
Well, it's just not surprising. I don't see ways to rank grocery stores.
So,
I mean, we're
yeah,
kind of stuck here.
I
You
do
gotta
know-
get one. You got Albertsons or.
I have an idea of why Apple may have fallen a bit too. See, they allowed this one app to make it through their app store that was Bitcoin mining on
Very good
people's
transition.
phones.
I love it. Very good. Very good. Yes, there was an app put out on the official App Store, and usually Apple is way more stringent on their apps than Google. So we
I can
knew
get
there
a
were-
lot of weird things on Google.
there were some malicious apps on the Google Play Store, but the Apple App Store is usually pretty good. However, they got one app did get through there, and it was an app. It was a calendar app that was using your phone's processing power to cloud mine Bitcoins. So basically, your phone was using inordinate amounts of its processing power, sending that processing power out, using that processing power to mine for Bitcoins and making somebody else rich while your phone was working slow as hell. Thoughts?
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me that that app exists. It does surprise me that this actually made it to people's phones.
Was it a pay-for app? Because that's a double screw you.
I don't know.
Asher, did you have this app?
Oh, of course.
He made it.
I also downloaded everything else that was slow from the 90s from back in the day. Like, all they did was take really bad programming that slowed down your computer's cache and turned it into a profit-making center. So,
Basically turned AOL into a crypto miner.
right.
I have some free CDs, some free internet if you need it. 90 minutes of free internet.
What was that, Asher?
You remember going to, like, in the late 90s, early 2000s, 2000s and doing a Control-Alt-Delete and checking out your resource monitor and seeing like the giant cache file from the memory leaking hog program.
I was 7 years old then, so I don't remember that.
I did that today on a Windows 7 computer.
Asher's like, you guys just aren't getting what I'm getting at, are you?
I'm actually pretty impressed with Asher's internet. That is very excellent for being in Glasgow, right up there. Good job,
Hey,
Neemont.
did you guys hear that YouTube's got a dark mode now?
Yeah.
Yes, I love YouTube's dark.
Finally.
It is
Why did it take them
excellent.
so long to do
They've
that?
had a dark year for over a year. It's just now available on iOS.
It's not on Android.
iOS
Yes, it is.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I've had it on. I have it on the computer.
Yeah, I've had it on the computer. I didn't know it was available in the app.
What an idiot!
Ah,
What a stupid idiot.
big brain.
Big brain. Okay, so did they? What was the app's name?
I
That
don't
was
know.
Doing that calendar app. Okay, we
But
didn't find it.
just a quick side note. If you've ever watched Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, he's on HBO. He does like a talking head thing. He did a great episode this last Sunday, all about the blockchain and cryptocurrency, and actually explained blockchain a bit more than how I understood it. So if you're looking for some explanation on what blockchain is and what cryptocurrency is, if you've been a bit lost and not understanding it, check out that episode from
Don't
Sunday. It was good.
Ask anybody. Go and listen to somebody who's thought it out, because people just confuse the shit out of you when they try to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, I
only
really
have
didn't
re-
understand what I heard blockchain so many times. I had no idea what that meant. Now I kind of have a better understanding.
People, well, like my dad asked me, and I tried to explain it, and he just looked at me like a deer in the headlights, and I was like, go watch the Morgan Spurlock Inside Man episode where he lives a week off of Bitcoin. Like, he goes to a Bitcoin farm and everything. Like, it's pretty interesting. So it gives you an idea. I'm sure it's the same thing.
Chase was shaking his head, so I'm trying to. I assume you don't like John Oliver. Is that what you're shaking your head at? You have a microphone. You can talk.
I know. I'm biting my tongue big time over here.
Okay.
Liberal asshole.
Thank
He-
you.
he is.
Now that we've got into that, let's really delve into that point. Let's start with you, Patrick.
Yeah. He's the source of my liberal comedy. I love it.
That's true. It's emotional comedy, which is like women's comedy, so it's
Perfect for Patrick.
right. Yes. Yes. Digging in deep. All right,
Digging
next
in deep.
story.
Next story. I got on Twitter for some reason. Where are we going?
We've already talked
there was
about
an Elon
him.
Musk story. No, we
Yeah,
had a
there is.
transition. So we had a transition.
Rewind. What were you saying about Elon Musk? Elon Musk he's on the top.
He's excellent
Yep, with his-
because he's
He's
innovative in the
top of list.
company.
Yep.
And what else did he do?
He's hiring onion writers for a secret project.
I thought Asher would think this is hilarious. Asher, did you see the story that Elon Musk is hiring Onion head writers for his marketing company?
no.
And it's going to go on the same vein. They're going to help him with marketing things like the boring flamethrower and stuff. So basically, Sarcastable, that episode from South Park, is
But they'll
going to
actually
be
be
real.
selling stuff.
Right. Everything is going to be so sarcastic in the future. Nobody's going to know when people are actually telling the truth or actually lying. Like, you're going to go to
It's like using sarcasm over a text. You have no idea.
Right, exactly. There's no context. There's no emotion. There's no facial anything. They'll just that'll be excellent for customer service too, because you'll be able to completely lie to people, and then be like,
No,
"Does
don't
this-"
worry. You're not causing a problem at all.
Right.
Yeah, Rice does fix your phone.
Oh, this wasn't your fault. Don't worry.
Oh, you got a cracked screen? Just put it in Rice.
Right. Oh yeah, just a little crack. We can fix it.
We'll fill it in with
Glue.
rice.
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 Brown
Asher.
rice.
Would you hire? Do you think this is a smart marketing move? Marketing.
Asher, what do you think?
I couldn't tell if he was frozen.
I think it's a beautiful idea, and we're just another step closer to idiocracy, which is all I really want in life.
Right, exactly. Terry Crews is my president. We're
Yeah.
almost there.
Can we just get Terry Crews in office?
Next time.
Power!
Exactly. Shirtless.
Yes.
Shirtless
Yes.
at all times.
The best State of the Union address ever would be just him peck flexing Terry Crews.
The state of his union. I think.
Suck my union.
Isn't it true that SpaceX or that Tesla is not profitable right now? Is that true?
SpaceX isn't profitable?
Well, I knew SpaceX wasn't profitable. They haven't done anything that. Although, did you see his?
How could Tesla not be profitable with all the pre-orders they got for their Roadster?
That's why I asked it as a question.
I'm just asking as a second question.
I'm pretty sure they're not profitable. I don't remember, but did you? Okay, I told my wife.
Elon Musk has so much money.
So Elon Musk announced that he's going to land somebody on Mars by 2019.
I thought, yeah.
So that's crazy. But did you know? Yeah, as in next year.
How long does it take? Was it like 3 months?
I don't think they're going to land a human being.
No, but to get there, how long does it take?
I think it's like 9 months. That's
9
what
months.
I've heard. According to that
Isn't
movie,
the Roadster's going to land there.
right? According to that movie, The Martian with Harlan Wayans,
Because that's scientifically accurate.
it was 9 months. The one where he gets trapped with a monkey and doesn't get in a hyperbolic sleep. No, but okay, so he's going to get there to Mars by 2019, and the rocket that's taking him there is the BFR, the Big Falcon rocket.
Oh.
Yep. That's another one of those innuendos in there. So they name it the Falcon rocket, and somebody's like, "Oh, I love that." When he's like, "Isn't that from something?" I was like, "Yeah, the big fucking gun from Doom." I was like,
Yeah.
it was an internet
BFG.
thing that some guy who knew what their next class of missiles or rockets were going to be thought of that. So it's called the Big FR. So the first rocket to go down in history to get to Mars is going to be called the BFR, the Big Falcon rocket, and it's going to be hilarious to me, and all the young kids won't get it. And I'm going to be like, that's funny. That's Falcon funny.
That's
That's really Falcon funny.
That's hilarious. Yep.
Yes.
Elon Musk is an inspiration. I don't care if his company's profitable or not. I don't think he does either. He's got money for days. He's gonna go to space, whether NASA will or not.
He has bunny ears. What?
Oh, Asher's got something to say.
Asher, what can we help you with?
Nothing. I'm playing for the camera.
Oh, okay. For those of you on the radio, Asher is not in the room.
I'm sure you can tell by the audio quality. He's over Colorado.
Exactly.
Are you sure? Like the iPhone 10 is so clear that I'm like right next to you guys.
You're 98% next to us. There's a notch cut out.
He's up there. Actually.
He's up there.
He's right, like here.
Hello. Good evening. All right.
And welcome to IDoctor After Hours.
And welcome.
We're about, wait.
Oh, great. Time loop. Time loop.
Start over.
Okay.
Well, we have one final story to talk to you guys about tonight, and that's this was actually news to me today. I didn't even know this happened, so somebody else should probably take over about the bomb attacks, I guess, that happened in Austin,
mail?
Texas.
Yeah, it's Boston, Texas.
I didn't.
It's Boston, Texas.
Tell me the story, because I honestly didn't even know this happened, which is weird.
Unabomber 2018. 100%. That's
Okay,
it.
so one of the most famous people to ever come out of Montana was named Theodore Kaczynski. And,
Teddy.
Teddy
to his buddies.
And he lived in a shack in the middle of nowhere, Lincoln, Montana.
And his buddies were Bambi and the little rabbit and the
Right.
squirrel.
He created bombs that he sent out in the mail after he went crazy and believed society needed to be broken down. He was creating mail bombs he was literally creating.
How do you know? Did you just assume those bombs gender? They could be female bombs. Looks like we just lost Asher.
The bombs,
You're fired.
they're not mail bombs. They're just bombs. The bombs that he sent in envelopes.
Oh, through the mail? Oh, my bad.
The envelope bombs were very sophisticated in the fact that they were very simple. Like, he made everything. He was so smart. I think he has a PhD or something in math. Ted Kaczynski did, and he created all these bombs out of scratch. Well, guess what? We got a new one coming.
So that's what happened.
We got 3 new bombs coming out in the mail with no rhyme or reason.
That's what I was seeing video of it, and it looked like it. So these were sent to residential places, and they just.
I think one was residential,
One-
and
at
2
least the
was,
video I looked.
and the other 2 were not. But it's kind of the same thing with the Unabomber. It's because they didn't know why he was bombing different places. It was just kind of random. In fact, Unabomber stands for like university and something, an airport bomber or something. I can't remember. You can look it up, but they didn't even know really why he was doing it. It turned out he was just really anti-government. So who knows what these ones
So
are.
bomb random. That doesn't make sense. So have
Like
they
he left
caught?
one at a post office.
So have they caught this guy?
No.
Oh, they have.
That's why it's scary.
Oh, all right. Well, check your mail carefully.
Okay, so I'm going to give you
Open
a
it
quick
towards somebody
rundown
else.
of what Kaczynski started bombing. He started with...
What does Unabomber stand for?
Don't know.
Uni as in one?
Sorry.
One bomber?
No, that's not what...
In 78, he sent a homemade bomb to Northwestern University, bomb number 1. Kept security guard opened it and sustained minor cuts and burns. That was the start of 17-year spree of attacks using homemade bombs. Targets included American Airlines Flight 444 in 79, the president of United Airlines, Percy Wood in 80, University of Utah in 81, Janet Smith, secretary of Vanderbilt University in 82. Some guy, engineering professor at Berkeley in 82, John Hauser at Berkeley in 85.
Yeah, Berkeley. Okay, yeah.
Boeing in 85, and a psychologist, and a bunch of people.
Paul Beatty plays him in a movie. Jarvis, the guy from Iron Man and the Avengers movies. Weird.
What does Unabomber stand for, you asked?
Yes.
It stood for University Airline Bombings.
I was close. What did I say? I said university and airport.
So Asher, let's get some input from the Ash Machine. That's a new nickname for some reason.
The ass
Ashcan.
machine?
What an
I've been
asshole.
calling him that for years. You seen the ass on this guy?
Asher, what do you think about the new Unabomber?
Neo Bomber.
I'm super excited about it. And, I have tryouts to be an extra, so I could be one of the mountain men with my beard in Lincoln.
Speaking of crimes of the past, one more bonus story that you guys have to go out and watch right now, everybody out there, is the 2006 interview with O.J. Simpson, where he basically admits that he did it. It is the craziest interview I have ever seen. It could be a psychology class on itself. This lady is asking him questions about his book, If I Had Done It. And he says, she asks him questions, and he gets up to right before it happens, and he goes, okay, now we're talking hypothetically, and Charlie shows up. And she's like, who's this Charlie? He's like, oh, just some guy. And he starts talking, and she's asking him about the night, and he's like, yeah, and then I grabbed the knife, and then I did this. And then they cut out, and they cut to the people like Chris Darden, the guy, the prosecutor who did it, and she was like, what did you think about that footage? He was like, he friggin' admitted it. Like, it is weird. The guy is like a psychologist wet dream or something. Like, he just can look right at you and tell, like, he believes it's not his fault at all. Completely believes it's good television.
All right. And I'll add a final story, kind of comment.
Hulu.
Based on last week's show, we got made fun of for an entire day because I had admitted I hadn't watched Fight Club. I have
And?
finally watched Fight Club.
And?
My life has changed. That movie was amazing. And
Kind of fits you,
if
doesn't
anybody
it?
wants to beat the shit out of me, just meet me at my house.
Kind of fits your profile, doesn't it?
Oh, no! No, that movie was amazing. Totally awesome.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the twist? Did you see the ending coming?
No.
Yep.
That I have to watch the whole movie again now.
You're
Now
right.
that I know how it crazy, great movie.
They were
Thank you
dead-
everybody who recommended.
They
it
were
to
dead
me.
the whole time.
You're right.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah. But wait, I had that. I've never seen that
What
movie.
movie's
but I've
that?
already had it ruined for
Right.
me.
I've
so,
never seen The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
In The Sixth Sense, the end of the movie, they're all dead.
Bruce Willis. Yeah, everyone's actually dead. Yeah. Spoiler alert.
If you watch the
think it
Star
works
Wars
that way.
movies
It's-
from 1 to 6, it's not a twist that Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Oh.
So,
And that about does it for IDoctor After
we'll
Hours.
see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Check us out on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, and Geeks of Azeroth.
Yep.
And coming soon to Twitch.
And don't
Prime.
forget about iDoctor Free Fridays. You can come to either iDoctor location, get up to 50% off of your iPhone screen repair, and get a free tempered glass with the repair. Otherwise, we'll see you same time, same place next week. Asher, thanks for joining us. Bye,
Like,
everyone.
comment, and share. such a good show.